You know what's really pretty this afternoon is bootjack. That's my favorite, is bootjack.
So, can you tell us a little bit about the house?
Well, the house was built by an Oklahoma oil man. He forgot about the winter. He didn't, he had electric heat, so when I got the house, first thing I did was put a wood-burning stove in the house and created the porches to bring the outdoors in. And the house was only occupied a week by the Oklahoma oil man. And when I eventually got this house, you know, my family has been here lots. And we don't believe that you actually own a place. You just are caretaker of a place for a period of time, and you need to share the particular place, if it's pleasant, with friends and family. And so we've done that and tried to do the very best job we can to caretake the place ecologically, for sure, with the river restoration, the Bluebird Trail. And we have these bluebird houses throughout, and these houses, there's one right there, here's one right here. This one has babies in it right now. I can hear the babies. The bluebirds almost became extinct in the 1930s, this being the western mountain bluebird. There's a western bluebird. These are the mountain bluebirds. And Colorado, in particular, the states, developed the Bluebird Trail. And we brought the bluebird back from close to extinction to maybe 40% of its original amount. And if you've ever seen a male bluebird bank in the sun, it's what I call impossible blue. It's a kind of blue that's just spectacular. They're very sociable. Bluebirds like to get close to your car, and they actually like to follow you. I think you stir up insects because they feed on the insects on the ground. And so we have a bluebird trail all along the fences, and in an attempt to help with that process of bringing the mountain bluebird back to its original numbers. So I wanted to show you a tree that I think symbolizes important relationship. When Ellie was 6, she and I planted this tree here, a little tiny blue spruce, and it's grown with 2 tops. And it's symbolic. Ellie and I are still walking together in this beautiful spot of nature today, symbolizing her spirit as close as my shadow and her vitality still very present. In the morning, you know, either sides of the day, you hear a lot of activity, birds and stuff. The dead of the day, you don't hear it. You also see a lot more animals. And right through there is Weminuche Wilderness, the biggest wilderness in Colorado. Right there is Weminuche Wilderness. Biggest.
I mean, right.
See that as the 2 mountains dip, that's it. It's the biggest wilderness in Colorado. And of course, in a wilderness area, you can't have motorized vehicles and the like. And right on the other side of bootjack is the South San Juan Wilderness, which borders Colorado and New Mexico. Interesting, the last grizzly bear in Colorado was killed there in '79, right up there. Ooh. And it was unfortunate because, well, an outfitter was shooting bow and arrows and shot this old female grizzly. And the outfitter was attacked as well and was in the ICU at Durango for 2 months. But the carcass of that grizzly was stuffed, and it's in the National Museum in Denver. I can't remember the new name of the museum as you walk in. That came from right there. Yay, John.
If you'd like, I can send you these pictures, email these pictures.
Okay, that would be great, yeah. The flower that is gone, that we have a lot of, but it's June flower, or the mountain iris. They're the narrow purple iris. We have huge amounts of them. In the middle of one of these big things of iris are about 6 or 8 albinos, white. Huh. It's so strange. You look at all this big purple thing, and then in the very middle there's this mass of white mountain iris. And I like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, it excites me. And seeing a wild animal, every time I've been up here, there's a big buck that, you know, if there's a lot of us, he won't come out right across the river that comes out. And then there are some does with their babies on the other side of the house. This is for the trees. And so what I do is turn it, it's on automatic, so it runs every day, but let's turn it on. And goes way up the hill. And then irrigates all the trees. The good thing about it is it's on a hill, so it comes back into the water basin. We're not really wasting water, but we're creating a bunch of conifer trees, and we all know trees are wonderful for the environment. And these aren't Christmas trees. We're not cutting these down for 2 weeks in the house. Lots and lots of trees up here that we have planted. Eventually either leave them there or use them in landscaping. But so that's what's happening. And if we go up there, you can see the gated irrigation and how we do the trees. Chokecherry preserves. You ever had it?
I think I have.
So good.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have chokecherries around here. We tried to raise chokecherries, and you can make them into trees, but you can, in there you can see what they did. So this is what happened to most of my chokecherries. The sapsuckers have destroyed most of them, and unfortunately they get real big and then they go around like this and they destroy the tree. Because chokecherries are wonderful. I think they're called horsetail, but it's a predominant grass around here. And those are, you know, the fall skunkweed, which are interesting, aren't they? You know, they're considered a warm-blooded plant. Now, why is that? Because all the insects they collect in the leaves go down into the heart of the plant in the winter and form some sort of increased temperature. So they're considered a warm-blooded plant. And those are the fall skunkweed. I've marveled at that because there's more winter here and more snow, and yet those are warm-blooded plants. I guess Mother Nature has a wonderful way of adapting no matter what the conditions. Deer have bedded down here last night.
Ah.
They're smaller. If it were elk, that would be bigger. But it looks like a fawn and a mother, because that's smaller and that's bigger. It worries me when they cross that highway. Ugh, you know. I know, and they get hit. So all this group was from a nursery, but all that group were bare root. And if we get closer, aren't they pretty? You get a kick out of this. Eric and I named the first 100. I've forgotten the names, but we thought we would try to anthropomorphize the trees. And so we did this all for water rights. And again, the water runs right back into the river. With friends that I want to kind of tease, or my kids, have them stand right here, and this is what happens. And then they're socked, and they run after me down the... You know, I think water is more valuable than gold. And especially in the Mountain West. And so the use of water appropriately is big. And certainly for trees what bothers me, let's take Las Vegas, Nevada. Hotels that have 3,000 people, all the spouts go on. That's really bothersome to me. We don't use water appropriately in the West. All these cities with golf courses. So what we tried to do is develop trees, and here's an example of that. But you can see the colors of blue spruce vary from blue to green. Oops, this came off of it, so that's going to be a problem. I'll just have to, at some point, get another gate. So there's, lots and lots of these trees. They're not all blue spruce. Some of them are southwest white pine, Bosnian pine, and ponderosa pine. But this group right here happens to be blue spruce. And here are the lines. And I have drip on these. There's probably a family of birds in there, which I don't want to disturb. So here are the lines, and they're drip all the way down. There's a little bit of drip got loose over here. So that's kind of, and then down by the river, we did a whole another 100. And I got sick for about a period of a month. When trees are baby, you got to really baby them. And so I lost them all because I couldn't get up here. Nobody could get up here either. So this is a long time ago, but that's how it goes. Early on, you really have to take care of them. Then obviously, like now, you don't. But you got to be sure the drip's on each tree, and you got to be real thorough. And if something happened, the water went off, and so the 100 bare root down there didn't make it. Oh, there's an old 1918 vehicle down here that tried to cross the pass before there was this pass. The clutch and the...
Is it like a truck, possibly, or?
I don't know, but it didn't make it any further than here. July the 12th, 1919, on the engine block.